Have you ever thought about how most of the events we encounter are perceived as things that happen to us rather than originate from ourselves? These events are driven by some external power or activity which limits our understanding of ourselves. Even occurrences within our bodies are categorized as things that happen to us, just like events in the outside world. Thunderstorms, earthquakes, hiccups, and belly rumbles are all examples of external forces acting upon us that we have no control over. We're not responsible for being born either, and it's easy to spend our entire lives blaming our parents for putting us in this situation. This passive perspective on life is something that happens to us and influences our overall outlook. In Western society, we often view human existence as a precarious event driven by a 19th century philosophy of science that rejects religion. This perspective regards ourselves as biological accidents in a mechanical universe without any higher purpose. Those who are more traditional may see themselves as children of God and therefore under divine authority. Regardless of our worldview, we often feel like we don't belong to this world. It's challenging for Westerners to consider the external world and our bodies as an extension of ourselves because we have such a limited view of what we are. We tend to focus on specific areas of our experiences and define ourselves based on those rather than recognizing our connection to the broader panorama of life. Let's suppose that before our birth, we existed as souls in another realm. During this time, we evaluated our options for various characters and roles we could play in life. We could see the skills, challenges, and missions that each character would have to overcome. Even before we selected our character, we knew how our life would play out. This selection process is critical as it enables us to level up and evolve as souls by learning lessons. Therefore, we carefully choose what we want to learn during our character's lifetime. As for you, you selected to be you in this lifetime for the game of life. However, what's intriguing about this game is that we completely forget who we are and what we are because we decided to have a human experience. Many people believe that they are humans, but they are the ones controlling their characters. The true self is the one holding the controller. The purpose of our existence on Earth is to participate in the game of life, where we choose our character and the lessons we will learn in order to evolve as souls. Many of us become so attached to this game that we miss the opportunities to learn, and as a result, we have to return to Earth in multiple lifetimes. Although we are meant to forget that we are playing a game, there comes a time when we awaken to this realization, and this is how we can successfully navigate the game of life. Once we recognize that life is just a game, we can change our perspective and start viewing our challenges as missions to complete. We can enjoy the journey and even the pain, just like we would in a video game. At the beginning of the game, we don't possess all the necessary skills to win, and there is a learning curve. We face challenges, bosses, and sometimes get lost, but we seek guidance and continue on our journey. Likewise, in the game of life, we need to acknowledge that it is just a game and adjust our mindset to enjoy the journey. Doing so will make life more enjoyable and more fun. This passage highlights an essential principle, the idea that changing your level of magnification can result in different perspectives. When you look at something through a microscope, naked eye, or telescope, each perspective provides a different understanding of the same object. All perspectives are correct, but they are simply different points of view. For instance, when you examine a newspaper photograph under a magnifying glass, you may see only a collection of dots, but if you step back, the dots arrange themselves into a pattern that makes sense. Similarly, our limited view of ourselves can make us appear senseless, but from a broader perspective, we may see a bigger picture that is not visible in our ordinary consciousness. When we look at our bloodstream under a microscope, we can see the conflict between microorganisms, which can be fatal if we take sides. However, this conflict is necessary for the health of our organism. Conflict at one level of magnification may be harmony at a higher level. According to some claims, certain individuals have achieved a state of consciousness where they perceive the apparent chaos and disorder of daily life as a manifestation of a larger whole that functions in complete harmony. However, this understanding relies on one's ability to overcome the illusion that space separates things, the distance between birth and death, for instance. We tend to view these temporal and spatial intervals as insignificant, but they are essential components of the universe. For instance, stars cannot exist without space surrounding them, therefore, bodies in the space surrounding them are interconnected and must be viewed as part of a single continuum. Life is a complex pattern that can only be understood by recognizing this connectivity. Our bodies are recognizable patterns that constantly change, and our only constant is the way we behave. We are all manifestations of the energy of the universe. Life is like a game of hide and seek. Take a moment to look at your hands and body and observe how you're currently controlling this human form. Remember that you are not the body, but rather it belongs to you. This is your character for this lifetime, and you have the power to change it to be anything you desire. You don't have to remain the same person tomorrow as you are today. The only thing stopping you are the beliefs you hold about your character. If you want to change your character's mind, start by meditating. Meditation and other self-improvement practices are the tools you have to upgrade and transform yourself. You are in control of your reality. While others are playing their own games, you are the only thinker and creator of your game. It's as if we're all playing individual games within one big collective game, and we have the freedom to create and play it however we want. You hold the power to change what's going on inside your character, which in turn changes your outside game. The laws of the universe are always working, but as a character and creator, you can use and manipulate these laws to work in your favor. It's important to understand the power you hold. You are not just an ordinary being walking around, but a god playing the game of life. You are a piece of what created everything in existence, and your purpose on Earth is to play with your energy and power to create. The game of life was specifically designed for you, and that is truly amazing to hear. Moving forward, I encourage you to shift your perspective on what life truly means. Try to view the challenges you face from a different angle and learn to appreciate the small joys in life. Don't take everything too seriously and allow your creativity to flourish. Pursue what you truly desire, and even if those around you lack faith in your abilities, view it as a challenge to overcome. Rather than harboring negative feelings towards those who doubt you, be thankful for their presence, as they can teach you important lessons and help you grow. Use any negativity as a means to develop and progress. Once you conquer these obstacles, the universe will remove them from your path as they are no longer necessary for the next stage of your life.